You should be able to hear me now. I can definitely make that a lot quieter, not quieter, louder. Or maybe not. Is the volume good? Give me a second, I'm gonna wipe the lens real quick. Man, that is right in the way. One of these days I'll have a much better spot for my microphone, but right now, not a possibility. Welcome, welcome. I forgot I wanted to set this before I started. Oops. Really fumbling right now, and I just realized I changed the entire frame. I think my microphone disconnected for a second. We're back. I don't know how long it was like that. Let's see if I can make this look better. There we go. Come on, just slight movement, that's all I need. Bingo. Okay. I think we're good. So, hi. It's probably like the third or fourth time I'm saying hi, but hi. Um, Not sure what the plan is right now. I need to not hear myself talk. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a while since I've done anything with my voice in it. Actually, it's been. Let me look at my last video, my last live stream. Right before I moved, it seems. So, yeah. Those of you who haven't really been. Those of you who are. Man, the words are leaving my mouth. Those of you. The ones of you. The people who haven't really been aware of what's going on in my life. To you, I moved. I'm in a new place right now. It's not my own home. I am currently living at my parents' house, but I am in another state now. And I've been super busy the past few months. Got a new job. I am currently trying to save up for my own apartment, or maybe even a house, because honestly, from where I'm living, it might be cheaper to lease a house than it would be to rent an apartment. But with that out of the way, I am looking forward to having a place of my own where I can do this more often. With my job, that will definitely create some gaps, but in the end, I really want to do more streaming. I want to do more video making. And there's a lot of projects I've been wanting to work on. I see you in the chat right now, Blue, and one of those is being the Minecraft server. There's a lot of thought I've been putting into that specifically. I'm unsure whether I want to disclose those thoughts here right now, or if I want to wait another day in the correct setting rather than just here on a stream in my channel. But I do want to keep working on the server, or at least I want the server to keep being worked on. My motivation for it has definitely been declining, which I am sad to say, but I also don't want to abandon it because I know a lot of people really like that server. And I want to give you guys all the new stuff, and I want to give you guys all the cool ideas I have. But it's just the process of implementing it and like even just getting it across that is so difficult right now. And that's to go with a lot of my projects that I've been trying to work on. I don't remember when I posted this. I did this 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. You guys saw 2 screenshots in my posts of a very de-limbed Luigi. His limbs are floating in the air a bit. You saw 2 screenshots of that. That is an actual ROM hack that I have been working on. I have not made a lot of progress, but I want to finally discuss that. I've just literally the past few days I have been thinking of just the name for it because I have made so much stuff and not even named it. And I feel like I love the whole idea of Mario Classified and like everything from that, everything that sprouted from it, Breaking the Barrier. I don't know if that came from Classified, but Breaking the Barrier is Classified, Pelwars is Grander Castles. I love everything like that. So I'm just gonna hop in that same ship and just come up with my own. This one is called Enhancer Online, and I'll discuss more of that shortly. Before I get too deep into Mario 64 talk, I figure I might as well set up a stream or something. Who is here right now? Who is online? Who is the ones we need? I'm debating whether... Hi, Sophie. I am debating whether I want to do Co-op Deluxe or just regular parallel. Hello, hello. I might do Co-op Deluxe, but I need to update it. In the meantime, while we're doing this, does anybody have any questions about anything? Does anybody want to say what they've been up to? Swear to God if my mic unmuted again. Or muted. Okay, no, it's fine. Every time I turn on the camera, my face starts getting itchy. I don't know what it is. Oh! Oh, yeah, what's your question, Blue? What do you got for me? Okay, I'm really glad you asked about the shirt. Oh, you guys aren't even in the servers where I've been posting this stuff. So, I found a shirt at Goodwill, and this is one of my favorite shirts now. This outfit is actually my favorite outfit in general, with just the flat cap, the button-up shirt, and the Nintendo shirt. This has been the style I have been rocking maybe for like 3-4 months now. Everybody knows I've been like rocking the button-up shirt style, like the lemon shirt, the I guess it's really just a lemon shirt you guys have been seeing, but I wear like Hawaiian shirts, a lot of button-up shirts like that, because I like having something that feels like it's formal, but it's also fun. But here, I'll send a screenshot in, not a screenshot, I'll send a sticker that I made earlier in Kane's facility SMP. But I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna try and do like an overhaul of like all my Discord server, my please, okay. My Discord server, I just started working on a Patreon now. I am hoping to get that going so that way I can start making money off of content creation. It's almost just gonna be like donation. I'm trying to think of some like Patreon exclusive things, but that is really difficult for me being a very small channel right now without much to offer, nor do I have a lot of time to offer things for people. But eventually I want to build that up because I want to do a lot of cool stuff. I want there to be things for people to have a strive for. I've also made a Straw page. I found out this Straw website thing through a friend, and honestly, it's funny to me. The whole website building process on Straw is really silly. And in the end, I got like a very Windows 95, Windows 98 feel out of the page itself. I did put it in my Discord, I believe. I think my Discord has it on there. I'm double checking right now. I will send a link in the chat if I can figure out how to open up my profile. Interesting, it does not show me my... I can't show my stuff when streamer mode is available. Not available, enabled. Interesting, I never knew this. Okay, I can bypass it, cool. Disable streamer mode right now. There it is. Straw page. So, Sophie, I talked a little bit about the Minecraft server at the beginning of this stream. You can look back now if you want, you can look back later. I don't mind when. The co-op deluxe should have finished by now. Music-wise, you guys have probably seen I've been doing a lot of uploads lately. Sometimes I can just like punch out? I can roll out a bunch of videos in like a brief period, and then there's a lot of times where I'll kind of just hit like an artist block or something. But right now, I'm in the flow, I've been getting a lot of stuff out. I have been doing a lot of renders, as you guys have seen. No, I want to run that. A lot of those are created on the same day, just like on a whim. Okay, cool. What mods do I got? What mods? Here, let's get this going. What is the keybind for this? Why can't I remember it? Because there is no keybind. I'm thinking of this wrong. Alright. Interesting. The game freezes when I'm tabbed in. You have no idea how much I wish my monitor was lower. Because, like, my monitor is way up. So here's a camera right now. My monitor is above the camera. And it's really annoying. That's just my file explorer, right? Yes. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Display capture, not window capture. That's wrong. Well, as long as everything's still working so far. Why and how? That's why and how. No, don't do that. I need to lock this in place. don't lock it in place is what I just now learned. You guys get to see me fiddle around with OBS once again. Because that's what everybody wants in life, is to see exactly that. Good. Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? I am unsure of microphone settings. I'm trying to like talk loudly, but not too loud. Because I also don't want to fry my voice and cause it to crack like that. Oh, for the love of God, what are you doing? Am I not allowed to be in full screen? What the hell? I want to be in full screen. Can I do borderless? I can't do full screen. That is gonna really annoy me. Good enough for me. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It works. Man, I am stressing myself out over nothing. I have a lot of tabs I need to close. Is everything oakley dokley now? Alright, who's ready for some Mario? I'll just put this in here for now. Okay. No, we're not gonna do that for now. Oh, thank you. Let us take a look. Lettuce. Lettuce, lettuce. Fuck, I have to log in again. Never mind, I don't. Aw, thank you. That's actually kind of getting me a little emotional. Hello, hello. I'm alive. I'm human in my human skin. I'm a real boy. I couldn't have made that sound any creepier. Oh my god. I totally forgot video game audio. Why did I say video game? My full government name of video games? Okay. Are we goated now? Have I pieced myself together? Am I ready to finally be cool?
Good choice.
Why is my controls inverted? No, I don't want to invert left stick. I want to invert my right stick? Almost. Almost.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
Maybe I'm not used to free cam anymore. That might be it. I know I can get up here. Never mind, I can't. Nice tree. You know what, I think I'm just not used to free cam anymore. Maybe it's because it's really fast. Let's turn it down to that. That is way better. It was just way too fast for me. So, now that we've actually started gaming, what do I talk about first? What do I want to talk about first? My memory should not be frying right now. I guess I want to talk more on the ROM hack I'm working on, and what I envision for that. Is this not just Star Road? Oh, yes. I will actually advertise Grander Castles. Pelwers, our good friend Pelwers, has brought to life another amazing video for the Grander Castles channel. I am super stoked about it. I am honestly... This was a shower thought. And I realized I am super jealous of Pel. He pretty much struck gold with his channel. Maybe it's not jealousy. Envious, I guess, is what I'll say. I'm envious of Pel's condition right now. it has a very creative mind, and I am so excited to see what he does with that. I'm excited to see Grander Castles in its full... I hate this when I lose the word I'm thinking of. In its full glory. Just as I was very excited about Liminal Dreams, and I'm very excited to see what Sand King's ROM hack is. I think... I don't know, this is... There's no way this is just a me thing, especially because you were just mentioning being envious about his creative stuff. But, I've always wanted to be part of a project, but never did I want to risk disappointing people with such a project, which is kind of what I feel like I'm doing with the Minecraft server right now, honestly. Sorry. I'll get more into that on a later date. But ROM hacking wise, I figured, fuck it, I'll do my own thing. And I started working on my own ROM hack. The progress I've made got compromised somehow, and I unfortunately don't know how to make a JIT. So I am currently going to be starting from scratch again, which honestly I'm not going to say sets me back too much because I didn't have a lot in the start anyway. As I said earlier, the name of the hack I'm going to be doing is going to be called Enhancer Online, and it's basically going to be like the whole, like every copy is personalized again, just like everybody else in the world. But what I'm excited about is that I want this to kind of have like a... You as a player knows what's going on, but the environment that you're playing in has no idea what's happening. And so basically, the crux of a problem in this ROM hack is that the castle is alive. The castle is doing its own thing, even with the Toads and the Toad teams not doing their own expansions. The beginning parts of the castle is the Toads doing their own expansion. Everything that seems relatively normal, relatively in place, that is because Toad teams have been working on it. And everything that is abnormal, anomalous, yada yada, anything of those synonyms, that will be because that is the castle's doing. It's basically like two factions fighting over the castle itself. The castle and the Toads fighting to live in it, or like the Mushroom People. And I was initially going to have you play as Luigi in this hack, but I had changed my mind because what I want to do is have a third character. I was actually kind of thinking of it being Sponge from Mario's Mystery Meat, but I also don't want to overuse that character, and plus that character's already got his own story and I'm not going to overwrite that. But basically, insert character here is going to be looking for like all the royalties, like Mario, Luigi, Peach. They are somewhere trapped in the castle. The latest video I uploaded of the Deep Castle Mines, or whatever I had for it, I want to get into the story of that. As much as I wanted that to be a surprise, I don't think it's going to be out quick enough where I can keep everybody hooked on that. I did the description for that a little unique, kind of like my older descriptions for videos back when there was just Super Mario 64 on the screen. Basically, as you're going throughout this cavern, you are finding a bunch of metallic statues littered around here and there. You will find an entry point that is just a bunch of Toad statues piled up on top of each other. And you come across one of these, like, miner's logs, and that is talking about the Toad statues. And what it is it has to do with the metal cap and its nature. So I'm thinking rather than the metal cap being just like a hat that just solidifies Mario, it's gonna be like its own entity where it's like not specifically just the cap, but like the metal pool itself. It's just a liquid metal pool, and if it touches somebody, it's like a Midas touch, where it'll harden whoever was afflicted by it, and they become a statue. So it's just a bunch of enemies and friends that have been turned to metal. In this area is actually where you would find Mario, and you battle Metal Mario to unlock him or whatever. It's a very ambitious hack, very ambitious story, but I want to get it done. And I know this isn't something I can do on my own, so I'm hoping I can find people who can help me with this to help accomplish this. I know custom boss fights are definitely possible, especially with like a Mario character, because I've played Magical Lands and you can actually fight Mr. L, which is very cool. So far, any thoughts? Actually, yes, you will be fighting Metal Mario in this. I'm curious. Not curious. Well, yeah, I guess I'm curious to see how this would work, but I am wanting to test a curious idea, I guess what I'll say. And I kind of want to make it like the Metal Mario stage in Smash Brothers, where you're fighting him. But in the center of a room, or maybe off to the side, I want him to like emerge out of a pool of metal, almost like Terminator 2 with liquid metal Terminators. Like I said, it's a very ambitious hack, but I want to get it done. I don't really care how long it takes, as long as I can keep like a consistent user base, fan base, whatever the word you'll use for that. I want to get something that people can be hyped for. I want to keep this hype train going, like with the release of Liminal Dreams, with the release of the next video of Grander Castles. I just want to keep that flow going, because I think it's doing a very healthy thing for the ROM hacking space, and I'm excited to see it continue. This is a really funny thing to think about, but I feel like a lot of this stems from just B3 and its nature, and I am happy that B3 got to do it first, but I always wish that I could get to it first. Where it's just like the whole liminal space, I don't know, it's just created some really unique aspects in the Mario ROM hacking space. Thank you. I wish I could grow my fan base a lot more. That's what I'm trying to do now. I am, like I said earlier, I want to kind of like redo some of the things I've been working on. Like my Discord, I haven't touched that in ages. I'm gonna redo a lot of it. I started my Patreon. I got a website going, even if it's just like a small straw page. It's more than enough for what I put out right now. But I kind of want to... It's been like one of my dreams, even if it's like a small dream, to just have content creation be my passion, have that be my job. because I like creating things for people, and I like creating things for me and showing people those things. I want to get into animation, I want to get into game development. There's all sorts of things I want to get started on, but I want to be able to have the time to uphold said ambitions. Because, like, right now in my life, I'm like in a huge stepping stone point of my life where I'm still new to the adult world. I am currently working a job at Best Buy. It's been going really well, actually. But, like, obviously I don't want that to just be my career for my whole life. Some people, that's for them, and I don't judge them for that, but it's just not the path I want to walk on. But I think it is a very important stepping stone if I'm going to pursue other dreams and careers. And not even just like Mario stuff, like I want to expand beyond Mario. I do a lot of Mario stuff because it's what I know, it's what I love. But I want to get into like a bunch of horror games and other stuff like that. I want to get into like all the cool games that people are like hyping up for. Like a lot of those Backrooms games, those are really interesting and I want to explore a lot of it. I have so many games in my Steam library right now that I have not touched, only for the purpose that I want to record it for a later date. I made a promise to a friend that at 500 subscribers I would actually do the Bennett Foddy 50 win challenge, and in the end you get the golden pot out of it. And so that's what you should expect at the 500 milestone mark, is a live stream of me torturing myself 50 times over. But like, I want to do funny stuff like that. I want to have a time for that kind of thing, which is why like at 500 I want to do that kind of thing, because that would kind of be like the thing to symbolize like I can finally put some time into that, because that's a time where I can get monetized for these kinds of things. I can finally I can get some profit off of it. Even if it's not ad revenue, I can still start like memberships on my channel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I have been thinking about for the past like year, and kind of just been like putting more thought into it over the past month. Especially with the new year. I forgot it's still January. I guess you guys wouldn't know this, but my New Year's resolution this year was to actually finish, or at least kick off, and keep a good flow on a lot of the projects I start or have already started, because I have been really behind on a lot of things, and I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm not exactly proud of the workflow I've been doing. And I want to get more into it, but like I said, it's mostly just a time thing in my life. Like, it costs a lot more time than what I'm allowed to spend. And especially right now, considering I'm in, like, this is where I'm sleeping right now, is on a couch, I guess. I should mention that a bit more. I haven't been streaming a lot because I have been at my parents' house. I'm in an open, like, loft area, like, basically a second living room upstairs. And it's super exposed. I don't have any walls to myself, so I don't really have much opportunity to do any recordings or anything like that. The only reason I'm able to do this right now is that I'm home alone. I took my brother to go somewhere else because he asked me to. My parents and siblings are all doing their own thing. I have my own free time right now, and I decided I want to spend it doing the thing I want to do. While I think of other topics I want to touch on, is there anything else you guys are curious about? Any questions? I kind of just want to hang out right now, but I also wanted to really get into detail about some of the things that have been going on. That is another thing I also have to get back into, is learning to talk to the camera. I say as I immediately go into silence again. I'm hoping that I can fix my setup to be a little better. Right now, I'm using a pretty decent webcam. It's Razer Kiyo, and it's a really good webcam, but I actually want to use like an actual camera because I just feel like it would be better, honestly. I can't really pinpoint what it is about it, but I feel like me having more control over the camera's output is going to either make things a lot better or a lot worse. We'll find out in the future. But I'd have to even see if my camera can do that. And other things about the camera is I have to find like a tripod. I have a lot to work on, and I think it's gonna take a lot of time to set up. But like I have a very good like starter kit, I guess you could say, right now. Finding the words for some of this stuff is difficult, but I'm getting there. And I guess that's a really good summary of my life right now, is I'm getting there. I'm walking down the road and just kind of keep just pushing on forward right now. And I think that is an important thing to keep track of, is just like knowing that you're making progress, knowing that you can still keep going. And I don't know, maybe that's why I like doing content creation. I never really think about this kind of thing, of like the why I do a bunch of this stuff. I don't know, maybe it's just like I like doing content creation because it's, especially with like these frequent uploads I've been doing, because I get to see progress. I get to see how people watch as I evolve, I guess, as a person, how I slowly better my skills, better myself. I don't know, there's a lot of... I'm having a lot of half thoughts right now, but I can't quite pinpoint which are the ones are important to talk about. I don't want to use this excuse, but I'm gonna use this excuse. This is probably due to the nature of me having ADD. If you don't know what this is, you're probably living under a rock, as everybody says they have this now. But ADD is... Oh my god, I'm immediately losing the words. It's attention deficit disorder, I believe is what it's short for. And I was medicated for it a long time ago. Mainly to focus on school, because in school I struggled a lot. But like ever since I've gotten out of school, it's like I'm not trying to keep up my grades. I don't need to really take it anymore, as long as I'm doing the work that I'm told, everything should be fine. My job doesn't care about my thoughts. But yes, I have ADD, which is why a lot of my conversation skills are... I jump topics a lot, as you've probably been able to tell. And obviously, as I've been stating, I've been like grabbing onto a bunch of half thoughts to talk about, but not really anything full. Also, to explain what I'm doing right now in the game, I'm currently looking for the 8 reds. I see that one down there. I'm blind and stupid is what I am. I don't know why I immediately forgot the sack's name. I'm gonna sound like Chris here, and just... This hack definitely feels very ROM hacky. It feels like I'm playing like Star Road 2.0, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just find it funny. Man... It is... I'm going back to the topic of B3. It is sad to see how hard B3 fell, even though it's still super popular. It's just like everything behind the scenes is so sad to just like see happen. Cause like when I first played B3, I was super envious of Chris. I almost saw him as like a hero, where it's like, holy shit, you made like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And just like to learn all the, with like all the drama that happened, like it's so sad to see all that fall apart. Cause like, I don't know. I have stopped paying attention to the drama between all the B3 devs, between base game and Unabandoned. I am super excited to see Integer Limit, like you mentioned. That is something I'm going to save for another day. I am hoping I can just spend a whole day playing that with you guys in stream. Because that looks super fascinating. I'm not sure everybody who worked on it, but from some of the things I've seen, did Rada work on this hack as well? Because if Rada did, great on them. I am very proud of them to see that. It is a very cool person. Is it Rada? Rita? You know what? This has been something I've been putting off for a very, very long time. And I'm just curious. How do I like get into doing these kinds of things? Like how do you guys get invited to these like projects, like working on B3 and stuff like that? Cuz like I'm always willing to like do these kinds of things. But like, I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for people to come to me, or if I'm supposed to go to them. Like, what's the process in this? Because like, I would say the only closest things I've done to that is just like let Mega and Super Mario 64 fan use my music in their hacks, and that's about it. But, like, I really want to get into doing these ROM hacks with other people and working on these huge projects. But, like, I just don't know the process of how to get into these sort of things. What am I stuck on? No. I don't know. Something about my situation, I'm not gonna say it feels unique, but it feels very off, because like I know all the people. Like I've got Cammy, Whimsy, Pahel, Rada, Mega, Supa. There's a lot of us in these names is what I'm realizing. But I know all the people. But I don't know how to... I'm not gonna ask to be put into these projects, but if you guys want to, I will definitely help. Or help, depending on how much help I am. But like, on a serious note, I would absolutely love to do these kinds of things with you guys. I need to finally put Pell in his place and overtake him as the Mario creator. I'm gonna make the grander castles. I'm putting an extra at the end. Much grandier, much castler. That'll just be my next hack, is grander castles. And it's just gonna be like a shittier version of Grander Castles. Grander Castles on a budget. Oh, that's right. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. Cammy, this is related to you. I'm hoping I can start streaming Project Autumn again, because I don't know how much progress you guys have made in that, but I really want to get back into Project Autumn because I think it's such a really cool hack. And honestly, out of the whole hack, there's only been one thing that's bugged me, and it's just Mario not having a jump sound whenever I played it. Please tell me you gave Mario a jump sound. I'm super excited to see more progress on Project Autumn. Okay, that's good. Something about just the deafening silence of when he kicks off is just like, it bothered me. And I'm not saying it was a bad thing, I'm just saying this was like a me problem. I don't know if anybody else had this problem. Whenever I get the opportunity, I will definitely take you up on that offer. I just realized this is the B Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet that's a completion, like, thank you for playing the game pipe. Was this where I just was?
Okay.
I think I've explored all the levels here. I don't think I'm not gonna play this hack to completion, but I did want to see what it was. I don't remember, oops, I don't remember downloading these hacks, but I do remember downloading some. Fallen Stars, that's the name of that hack if you guys were curious about Super Mario Fallen Stars. One other hack I've been meaning to get into, Pell played this, and it was Super Mario 64 Decades Later, I think is what it was called. It looked like a very interesting hack, and I feel like I'm missing out. But similar to like other things I said, I want to like allocate a day into doing that, and I just don't have many days to do that. No, not discarded discs. Decades Later is, I think, the name of the hack. I thought discarded discs wasn't released. I thought Takachi didn't release that. Let me take a look-see at Pelly's channel-y. Damn, Pelly, you have too many channels linked on this one. Where is he? If I scroll down a bit, I might find him. Pelwers, there he is. There's the Wurs. Were it so easy. Live. Creepy Bussin'. A lot of co-op. That's a funny one. Where is it? Yes, it is Mario 64 Decades Later. I mean, I don't want to say something is not worth my time. That is a very negative way of looking at it. I think if there is an opportunity for a hack to be seen, it should be seen. It looks like it's got enough to pique my interest. I don't want to judge it based off of what other people say. I want to judge it off of my own personal experience out of it and what I learned from it. Judging by how many parts Pell made of this, is there a lot of stars in it? By the way, I just want to do a quick disclaimer. I don't take the word slop seriously anymore because that has become so... The word gets used too much, and I think that it kind of loses its credibility after a while. So like when I hear like friend slop, like retro slop, like I don't give a shit what people say anymore. If they put slop at the end of it, immediately that opinion is invalid to me. if you can actually break down like the reasoning of why you think something is such a thing, then I will take a little. I'll take a little more from that word. But like if you're just saying Mario slop, doesn't really mean much to me. But really, in the end, it's just I don't want to judge off of what other people say. I want to put my own words out and my own views. Why am I looking in here? You know what? This wouldn't be a terrible time to show this. Oh no, you know what I'm realizing is that I don't have that file anymore because I lost it. I can't show it. Shit. Shit. That's not good. Yeah. Unless it's saved in my parallel launcher, that's DaVinci. I don't think I can recover it. No, I don't want to update right now. There's no way it's still in here. This is just Mario 64, isn't it? Yes. That is the same hack. That's not it either. Yeah, I think my hack has been lost to time. Unfortunate, but no, it's not lost to time because I have a copy on my actual N64. My real N64 cartridge, obviously. Okay. I don't think it's the latest build, but I think it's good enough. There's like almost nothing to show, but I think what there is to show is impressive for me not having worked on a ROM hack ever. And I think that is worth showing. Come on. Yes! Yes! It's saved! Okay. This is really good news. Hold on. You guys didn't see anything yet. Give me a second. Am I capturing... What am I capturing here? no, yes, no, maybe so. What am I doing here? What's going on? Bada bing, bada bang. Okay, I need a little more to show. Ignore the name. That is just a placeholder. Because I'm a hilarious person, obviously. Why is that? Hold on. We got this. I am not a professional streamer. God, I don't got this. Centered enough for me. That's enough. I'll take the small victories. Okay. Audio? Perhaps? Let's see. Okay. Let's restart. I want you guys to hear it from the start. This is a song I have not released yet, and I have been meaning to for ages. This is a song I've been super proud of since I made it, but I just haven't been able to make anything visually appealing to upload this. So everything is just like the default Mario 64 menu right now, as you can see. Some of it's a little buggy. I was messing with stuff in the code. But like all of this, I want it to be a very different menu in the end. But talking about the music itself, what kind of... Okay, this is really stupid, the second thing. I'll talk about the first thing first. First thing that inspired this was actually Waste of Blood's, I don't know what it's called, but like his menu theme basically. His? Hers? I actually don't know if Waste of Blood is a he or she. Their menu theme. Head Mirror Screen, that's the name of the video. That is what inspired me to make this song ages ago. But like, the other thing that inspired it, and it's so stupid, but it's a can of LaCroix. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but anytime I drank from this can of LaCroix, I'll find a picture of it. It's the sunshine flavor. Something about that can really just screams this theme to me. How do I... I don't know why it's not showing. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is I haven't quite learned how to make flags, looping flags, like start and end flags for MIDI yet. So there's no like real start or end to these. Oh, that's right, I lost the sound effects. I'm not gonna keep trying to show you guys the sparkling water. You guys can search that up. But all of this was like made by me. Like I didn't use any previous like existing models for this. I kind of just had to learn Blender and get it to work. And I kind of want to go through this and just like talk about the things I envisioned, because everything I have here is like blueprint. I really emphasize the B on that. Like me just throwing ideas around. So obviously you see the initial castle we start in. Front looks very different. I also don't have windows right now. That was something I didn't get to work on. So down here is where I was originally going to have you get the metal cap. But I'm actually going to have this be a different area now, because I want the metal cap to be down in the mines. Because I yearn for the mines. But like, vertex shading is one of my favorite things in a ROM hack. And I am super hyped about using it. I always love Castle Grounds. I didn't want it to just like cut off the hills like it does in regular Mario 64, so I added like my own dirt walls to it. I don't remember how I made the grass. But like a lot of this stuff is in some aspect custom textures. The reason why I say some aspect is that I basically grabbed previously used textures from other places and either like changed the lighting on it or just like repurposed a material basically. And in the end it's its own product, but like it was basically like the Isaac Newton quote where it's like, the only reason I can see further from others is because I stood atop the shoulders of giants. It's basically that quote. Or something like that. Let me make a save state real quick. Because I know I cannot get back here. So, this is an area that I'm really excited about. So the texture used to be right on here, but this was like after a accidental reset. This is also a song I have not uploaded yet. And I am super excited about this place. So this is going to be like the top of New Starscream Square. Like you're jumping on the buildings themselves. I think what I'm going to do is with that waterfall, it's very Mario Sunshiny. This one's gonna be like the secret of New Starscream Square, and you're basically going through a gauntlet of obstacles to get a star. And this is an area I've been working on. Obviously, you're seeing a lot of copied and pasted buildings here. I didn't have a lot of time to work on unique buildings. Why is the camera doing this? Talking about this song in particular, I want to talk about some of the inspirations for this. So there are three things. Is a lot of Super Mario World hacks have a really upbeat feel to them, and I thought that would be really good for a city. I saw no fish. So yeah, Super Mario World hacks are a really good start for one of the inspirations. Another one is actually the Break the Targets theme from Smash Melee. There is a specific spot where you can actually hear the motif from it. Right after the first, like once you hear that, you'll hear the Smash Melee theme. Or the Break the Targets theme. That. Go ahead. Oh yeah, that's right, the third thing that inspired this song is this part right here. And it's Field of Hopes and Dreams that inspired me of this, but not specifically the Toby Fox version, but the one that's in Serene Fusion. I really like the song in Serene Fusion for the Red Forest. But yeah, this is an area I'm super excited about. There's a lot I'm excited about. In here, we've got the castle. Look, it's the thing! It's the thing from that video! But, I'm actually really proud of this area. These flowers caused a lot of problems when I was making it. No, it wasn't the flowers that caused our problems. No, it was the lights over here. I spoiled this by accident. Oops. But, no, these light beams here, I'm gonna rework these in the future. But, these light beams, I had set their material to intangible, because what I thought that would do is have no collision. And what that instead did was cause Luigi's textures to be, like, inside out. And it looked super weird. But, I like that you mentioned the floor texture, because I was going to talk about that. What is really funny about this floor texture is that this was not intended to be a floor texture in, like, the typical tile way. This is the texture I used for the log in Verdant Jungle Land that Mario is standing on top of. And I just, like, was throwing textures down on the floor trying to see what fits well. And it turned out to be this. This is what worked the best. And I'm honestly not ashamed of that at all. This worked really well. I like the colors a lot. In here, unfinished area. But, I don't remember if I did anything on this side. No. I don't remember if I ever posted this section before. No, I lost it before I could post anything from this. This is gonna be where a desert level is going to be. Maybe. Definitely gonna rework these stairs to be more like Pell's version, where it's stone stairs rather than these wooden ones with a carpet on top. Definitely gonna change the ceiling. This lobby's kind of just been like me throwing a lot of things around at a wall and seeing what sticks. I'm really happy with this little Mario statue. Environment mapping was a hard thing to learn. No, it wasn't. My brain just fried learning it. I'm remembering that now. In here is actually where I wanted Gelato Mountain to be, but I'm also kind of rethinking that. I'm So as you saw in Pell's server, I am going to be recruiting some help because as much of a... I have all the ideas, but I don't have the mind to implement these ideas. And so, unfortunately, I can't just keep throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks because I'm not going to have anything in the end. It's just going to be a bunch of, like, loose spaghetti if I keep doing that. I actually need, like, other people to help piece this puzzle together. Because, like, all I'm doing here is just manufacturing the pieces. I'm a dumbass. I didn't let you guys hear... I didn't let you guys hear that part. I also just realized this is the... This isn't the new music in the castle. So, that's inspired by Sunshine as well, by the way, if nobody picked up on that. And this is just Dire Dire Docks. Nothing special about it, other than it being Dire Dire Docks. But, what was I saying? Yes, I'm gonna be recruiting a lot of help because there's a lot I don't know how to do, and although I am willing to learn it, I don't think this is something I will do on my... This is not something I can just learn on my own. Like, I need outside ideas to kind of bounce around in my head as well. I can show you guys what I currently have in Blender. And like I said, it's mostly ideas, but I think they're still worth showing. So, right now in here, you can see I got some stuff being worked on. A lot of this might change in the future. This area, I am very happy with the shape of it, but it's filling in the space that's being a problem right now. I'm not sure how I want to fill this space in. I'm not sure where I want more levels to extrude out. This is actually where I'm going to have a cover of another video, right here, looking here, being here, F is here. Let me put the correct texture here. So what's going to be here is just the Mario. It's a Mario statue. It's going to be here. Nothing crazy special. The name of this lobby is Blueberry Lobby. I kind of want to base the lobby names after fruits and stuff, like I did with Strawberry Lobby and Castle Gallery. Like, I want to throw that stuff around because I think it's a very Mario 64 thing? I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, not a lot to see here. Let me see if I can open up another thing. Castle interior, here we are. There we go, there's everything. Right off the bat, you can kind of already see. There it is. Okay, right off the bat, you can kind of already see some small differences, like right here with the lights. They're bigger, as you can see. Over here, we got this area. Right here, this actually goes somewhere in the future. This might be where the basement leads. This might be where somewhere else leads. No idea. Here is the desert level I was talking about. And what I initially wanted this to be was the Forbidden Oasis. That might be a level for like later on in the game. But this painting might still be what sits here. I'm not sure yet. Don't know if I started. I did start this room, and I did start this room. So like you can see, like there's a lot of thoughts here, but nothing solid. There will be a door here which leads on to like the rest of the castle. Yeah, I absolutely want to redo these stairs too, because I also want to put something behind here as well, to be like leading outside or even just like going to the basement. And actually, this makes me think of some of the things I should do for my Patreon, where you can get some early access to some of the songs I make, like posted with like a rough screenshot. Like say if I wanted to post Forbidden Desert or Forbidden Oasis, I'll just like print screen here and just like send a screenshot. Like you guys will get to see like the early stuff. What else what things of the else have I've been doing? Working. Oh, I haven't opened this one in a while. Luigi, that's not nice. You guys are actually seeing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. As you can see, none of this is an actual like stage. It's just like a prop or placeholder, really. Look, it's the thing. It's the thing from the thing. Everybody knows this thing. Or do they? This is a cool thing. I have a lot of those. There's cool things that lead to nothing in the end. So I want this to be a boss. I want to program a custom Mario 64 boss that looks like this thing here. Some not some real backstory, but some of the story ideas I've had for this is each part of the body rotates differently, and the way you defeat it is you have to ground pound like certain parts of him, and you have to climb up like his arms that are lifting here. Sometimes they'll spit fire, sometimes they won't. But basically, you're climbing an obstacle of a boss, and then you fight him and you beat him. And that's a big thing about him. Obviously, I don't know how to implement any of this. But like, you got a rough idea of him. What else other things can I catch you guys up on? What I've been doing. Oh, you guys get to see the early version of those castle grounds. This is what it used to look like. Very different. And I might use this later on in the castle. think I don't know what the word I would use to describe it is. It's not unsettling, not really uncanny, but it scratches a similar itch. For me, at least. There it is. Especially if you have it just like a black background. Something about this is just like really eerie. I am actually kind of glad to show you a glimpse of the creative process I have. Also, here's the can that I was talking about earlier. It's really stupid. Music-wise, music. That is the thing I have been working on, yes. You guys can hear this yet. Never mind, you can. Wow, I have that turned on. That's shocking. Fun. Bringing my back over here. I'm gonna save whatever progress I made here because I probably did something important. So, some of you guys have already seen or heard, I guess, some music that I have been working on for other areas. Like, this is going to be what I have for the basement theme. Or at least one of the basements. It's very short, but like I think it's very like it's short and to the point. Here's a song I stopped working on. Don't remember why. We're about to find out why. I don't know, there's a lot of projects I haven't really put a lot of focus into, mainly because it's just ideas, not really tied to anything. I guess it's kind of just like I pushed out an empty thought, I guess. Which maybe, I guess this will be used in the future? I'm unsure. But as of right now, I've got no purpose for it. Is this jungle? I forgot about this song. you guys might see that in the future, now that I've found this again. The amount of songs I have in my library that I just have not done anything with is absurd. It's got to be at least 10% of my storage. What the hell is this? See, there's like a lot of just empty thoughts being thrown around here. So this I kind of wanted to be like for a greenhouse theme. Like, I've got it named Internal Greenhouse. But I think with what Breaking the Barriers has set up, this does not fully fit. But I can absolutely repurpose this song because the song is finished, or at least I can say it's in a finished enough state. Actually, I think I posted this one in Pell's server as well. I definitely think Pell's style of music has inspired this one a lot. It just has a very Pellverse vibe for me. I like this bass part here. I might work with that a bit later. One of the problems with this song here that I'm having is that I know it has a very definitive start and end to it. You will know where it loops. And although that's not always a problem, I think with this one it's just like the contrast is so vast that you will get tired of knowing when it starts and stops again. I'm probably boring you guys like half to death over here. But I feel like it's fun for me to talk about the creative processes of my mind. Jazzy McSnazzy 64, what is that file? I think that's Twilight Isles. Yes, it is. This is a level that is absolutely going into my hack. This is one of the very few songs that I actually posted like a picture with Mario sitting in a stage. Right here. So what's interesting about this is that I was this close to starting a hack when I uploaded this. I don't know what happened in my life that I didn't start it. But something happened and I didn't. Jungle Jamboree. That's Verdant Jungle. I have a lot of project names that are very different from the final outcome, which is funny. I'm happy with how this one sounds a lot. Something about this just like feels very like New Super Mario Bros. To me. Like New Super Mario Bros. U or something like that. I don't know, this just feels like I'm playing one of the side scrollers. And this is actually one of the very few songs that I use a key change in. And I'm gonna try and start doing that more because it brings a lot of variety to a song, and it actually helps blend the start and finish. Because when it starts again, it just sounds like another key change back to the original key rather than it starting over. Here's an abandoned one. The Library of Forbidden Knowledge. This could be some hot ass. I don't remember what I did for this. I think the reason why I dropped this one is one, I couldn't pick a melody for this, and two, I think it sounds way too similar to the Eternal Fortress Gallery. Or rather, yeah, it's just, it doesn't sound right, and what I was going for is too much of a copy of another song. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Let me find it. The Eternal Gallery. I just remembered. He never uploaded that song himself. At least not onto YouTube. Okay, what do we got? There. This. I'm a huge fan of this. And these screenshots you're seeing here are actually something I plan on taking inspiration from for an area in the hack. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it though. One sec.